Oh, this isn't Tauren Assassination, this is Silo Cluster. Oh, it's this one. Agrippina, my beloved.
Watch, learn, hit, got it.
That's right, this is one of the fucked up staircase, that's right.
Sever the head, the body dies.
Carry that door on the left, bursts will spawn out of that later. Right, let's not get stuck on the death staircase.
Speaking of ballistas.
Yeah, from even further back, luckily. Oh! Oh! Thank you. What guns use for gun lugger? Honestly, don't expect too many. It depends when it comes out. Like, I don't expect the class to launch with a lot of unique guns, if that makes sense. Necessarily. It'd be awesome if it did, but I doubt it. Bitch! There's a sniper with a perfect angle down there. That's gonna hurt for a while.
Surprise coming in.
Precision fire!
Stratical, I feel like you should stop taking, like, pride in being the main character of chat.
Staircase.
If I had said the things you had said today and got banned for other things you said, my takeaway would not be I should keep talking about those things because it makes me the main character. I'd be like, I should never mention those things again and try to improve somewhat as a chatter. That's my advice. I saw a tweet recently. I saw a tweet today that said, as a society, we have, like, we seem to have gotten rid of the concept of shame and it's been disastrous for us. I tend to agree. I think, my first impression of that opinion, I tend to agree. We need more shame. We honestly just do not shame people enough anymore. Upstairs. Downstairs? Oh, my bad, downstairs. Okay.
I got it.
Ranning's not exactly one to let his thoughts show, is he? A man of devotion to the cause, he is.
Don't lie. Doesn't mean I won't follow orders.
The cylinder guy. Bless the cylinder guy. Oh shit. Is sneaky. So what's our squad here? We've got Bolter Vet back again. Andronica might not be on the Bolter this time. What's Andronica running? Cromulus the Zealot, Ogrin, and Bolter Vet. Okay.
Bastion 220 engaged. Gather 315 bomber, neutralized.
Getting some payback.
What's that noise behind us? You guys hear that weird noise?
Once we go down, there's no way back up.
Being online is like 100% versus the shame. Oh, an Aryan. What?
Engaging precision fire. Face me.
Got ammo here, boss.
I think also there is like a phenomenon when you're a streamer that for some people in general, anything that gets the streamer to say your name or pay attention to you is good. And this can result in very toxic reinforcement loops of being bad on purpose or being mean to the streamer or any combination of that, because that's what gets the most engagement. Really, it's like a microcosm of like how a lot of like internet attention works in general, is that outrage always gets the most clicks. Because it's easy to look at something you like or don't care about and move on like, oh, okay, I like that, or I don't care about that. But when you don't like something, or especially when something must be opposed because it is reprehensible, that drives engagement, because now you must say something. And streaming works kind of similarly, I think, where some people's goal is just they get endorphins when they are the main character, when their name is said, or when they are front and center on a public platform. And it's not like rocket science, and so when those people do bad things and then are called out for them, they're like, oh, that felt good though, because I'm being paid attention to, so then they do it again. And this is how you can get very... what's the word? This is how you can get chatters, if you're not careful, in like your stream culture groups, whose entire personality becomes based on like ironically teasing the streamer or like ironically being bad. I would say that, to reference someone in this channel's history, Zigris is a good example of one of the original members of our chat who basically trafficked in being that person and loved being that person. And ever since Zigris, people like that, it's something, you know, more and more as you get more experience with this kind of thing, you try not to... You try to strike the balance between letting people feel engaged and talking to people and not ignoring them, but also not, like, encouraging bad behavior by constantly focusing on the bad people in chat. Like Eggy Boy, yeah, Eggy Boy. Symbol says one of the most common things that turn me off streams is the host constantly engaging with the dumbest chat messages. Yeah. It's very natural and intuitive. I do it a lot too. Though I do try to not overdo it. Sometimes it can be funny. I think the worst is when you're doing it, like, in a way you can't help. Like, you're not even doing it because you think it's funny in a dumb way. Like, you're just doing it because, like, you're mad at that chatter and you can't help it. Like, you're actually tilted. That's always the worst hole to get into, I think, is a... Holy shit! Hole to get into as a streamer. Because that's just negative for everyone. Except the person who's, you know, being the idiot. But it becomes a thing, and that's why sometimes, as a streamer, I have to put on the dad voice of being like, no, like, you're not being funny, like, stop. Because people very much love to do that thing of, like, I'll be like, okay, yeah, stop that, though. And they'll be like, I'm doing it again. I'm like, no, like, I'm being serious, like, stop doing it. Yeah, grab that, Andronica, that's for you, then. And sometimes you have to say that, like, 3, 4, 5 times. Sometimes you have to say it, like, really, really firmly. And get, like, really awkward with your chat for a minute because, like, one person just doesn't get it. But, like, no, like, this is not sarcastic. Like, stop doing that thing. I'm taking that. I was about to call out big ammo here. I'm taking that. I need that. But you know, I don't think anyone's like a horrible person for falling into that loop. I think it's just an intuitive loop, the path of least resistance for some people to get attention or be loved. Alright, let's not go this way, let's go backwards.
Let's not go. Yep.
But if the streamer in the chat needs to know when to drop the joke, absolutely, yeah. That's the key to a lot of bits, especially some of the more obnoxious, annoying bits that, for example, I as a streamer like to do. I think you must know when to stop. And that's gonna be different for everyone, but you're gonna be able to, like, find, like, a middle ground, at least, that the majority of people are gonna be comfortable with. Yeah, when community the bit goes wrong. Like, for example, on the recent Midnight Sun stream, where we were taking photos of Captain Marvel, and I just, like, in hindsight, I think I took one too many. I think I took one picture too many of Captain Marvel, the one with the boots, that I just randomly took, and then Alisarl in chat was like, man, this isn't even funny, it's just creepy now. And I read that comment, I was like, you know what, Alisarl was right. This bit has gone too far. This was a photo too far, this was a bridge too far. This has crossed the line of taste. It's crossed the extra line of taste that you get, that people give you for being tasteless. But I already know how to fix it, don't worry. Next time we load up Marvel's Midnight Suns, don't worry, it'll all be fixed. Actually, I don't know how much gloss I have. But it'll be fixed, don't worry. Reminder, we must pretend this photos in the room don't exist. I think that's the thing about doing, comedy. I dare call that comedy. I think that's the thing about doing, like, dumb shit like that, is a better way to say it. Is that inevitably, when you, like, are happy to do dumb shit like that, especially when you do, like, blue humor, like, when you do, like, sex, bad language, and being, like, immature, you're always gonna, like, accidentally like, depending on how often for freaking, but you're always gonna do stuff that's like, oh, that was too far, that was tasteless. I think the older I get, the less I feel, like, mortified to have done it. Everybody makes mistakes. It's not like a big deal. I think if I was, a big ammo here for someone. I think if I was younger, like, if it was, like, 10 years ago, I'd be so mortified. But, like, oh god, no, I'm not cringe, I'm not owned. And, like, that's where a lot of, like, refusal to change comes from, too, I think. Because when you feel, like, very, like, embarrassed and called out, it's easier to not be wrong. Like, it would be easy to be, like, 21, have someone in chat go, like, oh, like, yeah, this is just creepy now, it's not even funny, and then go, like, huh, no, it's funny, you just cringe. Because nobody wants to fuck up. That feels bad. Symmetry says, all said and done, I spent 80 hours of Midnight Suns. Sniper. Hang on, I gotta try and get this fuck. I can't get him, I'm suppressed. Can you get him? Thank you. Arvet got him. Everyone is my best friend and has a cool suit. Jake and the team did such a good job with that game. Yeah, the fact that I'm coming around as Strange and Iron Man says a lot about that game. I missed playing a view in Shack Deck, sir. Nice stream. The Mag. What was your Shack Deck name? I don't remember The Mag. What up? Oh, K9 Russian, what up? What up, K9? How you doing? Are you still an ST? And or do you know about our armor group we have in the community? I haven't played in it much recently, but it's a good group. But you don't need it if you're still an ST, obviously. Goodbye. I love a good spot where I can camo. K9 Ration has been a long time. Not bad. Did move on, but I do research your group. Yeah. The rats are pretty decent. I like them. Some good folks in there. Oh! Low intensity D5, too easy. I can put on the low intensity icon on my stream UI. The group's been quiet, yeah. All things sunrise, sunset, Sunrise, sunset. I'm not on the sniper. I gotta get on the sniper. Got him.
Got a good feeling about this shot.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm decent on ammo right now. I'm like at 2/3 ammo. Squad's doing well. No!
So, we take back the torrent, no?
Ronnie would rather keep them contained.
When our mission is complete, maybe there'll be work yet to do in the torrent.
Ideally. So we can keep doing missions. Could've laughed at me. Is that Mega Man meme getting carried off?
There's a battle down here.
Enough clout!
Flamers, yes?
Careful what you wish for, Templar. Things would have to be bad to summon the Adeptus Sororitas.
You'll have to cut through right down.
Guardsman clout chasing, trying to get the Sisters of Battle he follows on socials to come and join him on missions.
Get some of this ammo, big man.
Big ammo pack here. For someone.
Grenade.
Yeah, I follow these Sisters of Battle. These sororitas on Emperor? What's Twitter called in 40k? On Bing Social.
Precision fire underway.
I'll tell you what, they're pretty fit for their role of purging heretics.
Kill shot looking for a score.
Would love to see what they think of these missions. Would love to just get their reaction posts back up for the burster if you can't kill it. Back up, back up, back up. Yep, good stuff. The Voxnet. You follow them on the Voxnet?
Engaging critical target.
I follow them on Vox Social.
Kill shot ready.
That sounds like a real thing. Oh no, a reply guard? Oh my god. Role-playing game where it's just like a slice of life dramatization in a hive city. Just like a supermodel sororitas who's got like trillions of followers on the Voxnet. Yeah, Vox Social sounds like a shitty right-wing social media platform. I know it does. Why does it sound like that? Is it one?
Might as well.
We could call it Voxel. Always wear dry socks says back it up. Oh, it's just a plague ogren. Daily reminder that Sisters of Battle do not take a vow of chastity. You can in fact have your heretic killing power armor wearing boulder shooting waifu in 40k. That's not where I thought that was going from you. I thought you were gonna say you can have your heretic killing power armor wearing bolter shooting like girl who fucks. I thought that's what you were gonna say. Waifu is not what I was expecting that, but sure. You say like, oh, you can like have a sororitas wife. Burster left. I think like sororitas can fuck and like go on like benders. And like have tons of casual hookups. We are not the same. We have different minds.
Is that statue moving? Getting nearer.
I think good for them. Good for them.
Exploding Baron. No ammo. Reloading.
Good for her. I'm glad that they're not sororitas cells. I'm glad that they can fuck. That's good. So they're cooler than Space Marines. Space Marines cannot fuck. The mag says, what the? Canine, you just got back. What are you talking about? Are they screwing shitting guardsmen or do they have standards? What? What are you talking? What? shitting guardsmen? I'm trying to find another way to take that, but I feel like there's only one way. In some of the older sob novels, a couple sisters go join a local guard members to drink and party after the deployment, and it's heavily implied they done fuck. That's great, good for them.
Survival's not likely.
They should.
Mission success is still possible.
It's supposed to be shitty. Oh, shitty guardsmen. That's what I thought.
I'll take of this ammo, Templar.
2 ammo TNT.
Symmetry says in the 41st millennium there's only a war, no time for hornies. Yeah, that's the problem. And I don't say this. I do not say this as an immature man who's trying to inject, like, sexual comedy in again. I say this now from a truly artistic standpoint. 40k, a lot of 40k stuff does have the Marvel problem of, like, nobody, it's sexless. Nobody has sex. Nobody, like, everybody's a beautiful supermodel, but no one has sex. It's like this like sterile Adonis universe of like everyone's beautiful in Marvel, but no one can like have lust or attraction. That's why, yeah, the Kane books are great. The Kane books are great because they fuck. Have you seen the models? Yeah, you listen to the other half of what I said. It's like the. Have you seen the Repentia models? Yeah, it's like Marvel, like because the models are made for like horny wargamers to buy originally. So of course there's like scantily clad women, because patriarchy. But then you have like the Space Marines who are like these like chaste, sexless bodybuilders. Yeah, no, I'm not saying like there's none. I'm not saying there's none. And I'm sure there are Black Library and, like, official works that, like, have it more. Like the Kane books. The Kane books, Kane fucks. He fucks an Inquisitor. Amberley Vale. Spoilers. they're like the OTP. They're like the couple. And a tech priest. Oh, does he? Now you're spoiling me, damn it! No more! It's only fun when I spoil others. No more spoilers. Sasuke says, I love that they managed to imply that Kane fucked a tech priest simply by the fact that he knows where her Mechadendra is located. Anyway, the point is, allow more lust in 40k. And I'm not talking about Slanesh. Slanesh is like, what if horny women with crab claw hands were like a threat, an existential threat to humanity? It's kind of different. I'm not talking about Slanesh. I'm talking about let the Sisters of Battle fuck, and I'm glad they can. Now let Space Marines fuck. Jamble pointed this out, and she was so right for this. Ah! That's mine, I guess. Jamble was so right for this when she said, why has no one done a story yet of Space Marines falling in love with each other? Has that been done yet? Has anyone done like an official licensed work of Space Marines falling in love? Does it exist yet? A Space Marine romance. That's the entire Horus Heresy series? What? What? It's not possible according to the lore? Why not? Titus X Mirror. No, 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 no! Space Marines falling in love with each other.
I think someone crashed.
They can fall in love, but at most they'll have a kiss or a sexually charged volleyball scene. I'm playing this D5 low intensity, more watching my chat than the screen. The 40k Overton window hasn't shifted that far. Yeah, it's true. We only got like female guardsmen like last decade. Jamble pointed this out and she was right. You should have like a very stoic Space Marine story. Like they're being as stoic as they always are. Brother, brother, battle, brother, brother. I am pinned, brother. I am covering you. But then like, and you don't tell. Oh, did I get myself stuck? No, we're good. We just crouch out. And you don't tell anyone this going in. Like, this is one of those games or stories where, like, the Steam reviews are just bombed afterwards by bigots going like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? There's a gay Space Marine romance in this. No one warned me about this. The woke left have destroyed 40k. Like, you don't warn them it's coming. You don't, like, put it on the cover. It's just, like, a natural part of the game. You sell them their Space Marine game. And it just evolves naturally through the story. I appreciate you, brother. Brother, I respect you and your capacity for purging for the Emperor. As the plot continues, brother, I appreciate you, brother. Brother, I saved you from the Tox Flamer. Thank you, brother. Brother, it is of no consequence to thank me. I could not go on without your aid in the Emperor's holy work, brother. Brother. Keeps it going. Yeah, it's a long burn. It's a long burn. It's a slow burn. Keep it going. It's a slow burn. Brother, you look resplendent in your armor today. That's a bit too much brother for a romance. No, man. They love House of Dragons. They love Game of Thrones. They'll love it. They're not really brothers. They're battle brothers. Okay? It's not like that.
My God, Emperor, guide your aim. Eliminating Alpha target.
Sage has like the most sincere reply to this. Sage says dialogue is gonna need some work if you want to take this seriously. Yeah. Okay, if you are seriously doing this, Sage, I'm not saying you write it exactly like this. Or maybe I am. Just write it like this and let it be. Let it be the same kind of like, yeah, I'll drop the ammo over here. Let it be like the same kind of like Games Workshop Dawn of War 2 style voice writing.
If you need one.
So much ammo.
Let it be. Why not?
Kill shot.
You know what? Sage. Who do you want to tap to write it? Look out, Andron. We're gonna focus up here. This one can actually get a bit hairy. Which scriptwriter do we tap to write this? The Adeptus Astartes does not support our love. Oh god. Guard's already set for it. You know, a romance in the Guard is like just setting the stage for a tragedy right from the start. A Guardsman romance story is just like asking for a Romeo and Juliet ending. Odds on both those people surviving is very low. Get him up, get him up, get him up. Good stuff.
Med pack down here in the corner.
Good stuff. Moving to second objective. Get that last one on the left.
Good.
The mag says, we can pretend that the Militarum Guardsmen I've thrown together in a box for the last untouched 6 months are beginning to have feelings for each other. Yeah, why not? Of course. I'm not familiar with Worm Sage. I'm afraid. Jeff right here somewhere. Speaking of romance, the Trapper is here. She's looking for love in all the wrong places. No friendly guards. Just nasty faces. Oh, that's good, Extreme Rice. That's good. That's a tearjerker. That's a real tearjerker. I like it. Huh. I fucked my, Rubber! Imagine getting blown into the power sword by a grenade. Worm is a near grimdark take of cape shit where the US government sucks. I feel there's a lot of those lately. Gaza Romance Ed. Yeah. Spoilers, but I know which one you mean. It's the one... I know which one you mean, yeah. Just close your ears for 30 seconds for Kane spoilers. But isn't that the one with the pants stealer cult? Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's the one. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, rip. Rip to some real ones. Get out of there, Andron! Yeah, good memory. Oh, let her live. Let that trapper live. No! That poor trapper! We didn't need to kill her to win. I feel like I sleepwalked through that mission. That was easy.
Sending a message.
GG's.
Merciless. GG. It was low intensity, but yeah. The parties are just too good, man. D5. We need D6 now. D5.5 now. We need to go D5 high intensity to lose. These teams are just too good. I'm barely even having to work. We're just chatting. Would the trapper have the will to live after letting 4 potential prey escape? I don't know. There is one thing about the trapper is a nice gal thing that we haven't considered. She does have skulls on her model. She has, like, human skulls hanging on her belt. At least 2. Does this change how we feel about the trapper? Is she still the nicest one? Why does she have human skulls? Nah, they're fake, says Wonderwolf. You think they're fake? It's 40k, everyone has skulls. She's just goth. Maybe she bought them to fit in. So does everyone who pre-ordered? That's so true, yeah. That's true, the Zealot has human skulls on their belt. But Zealots aren't good. Dead family members? True, yeah, even Rain has her dead dad's skull, that's true. That's her parents, she just can't afford to grave you insensitive fuck. She can't afford to cremate them?
How may I assist?
She probably just found them. Everyone has skulls, she probably just found them. I'd like to point out that everyone has skulls is like, not just equivalent to 40k either, like, it's true, even in real life, everyone has skulls. There's some. Yeah. You're right. Are we the baddies? Isn't there a special kind of lasga made out of a relative with Cybern or something? I don't know, that sounds insane. Trapper budget, says Bounty, $10 food, $100 shit of a sleeping bag, $50,000 net gun. Help me budget this, I can't afford to bury my parents. Spend less on nets, no. Next gun, alright. It's the banning pick again, it's the used pick. We've used our... They're on fatigue, it's Long War. The bolt gun's on fatigue. Agrippina's on fatigue. The machine spirits of these guns are on fatigue. Plasma's on fatigue. You get to choose now between shotgun, K12 or Lucius. I want to do a shotgun. I'm not even going to give you guys the choice. I want to go shotgun. Unless you guys have strong opinions, that is. I feel like it's shotgun time. Here we go. Put on my rattiest pants. This is like my Katachan hobo outfit. With my duct tape shoes. Here we go. Buzzkill says, bury my parents. Somebody's never heard of corpse starch. Tongue face. Boy oh boy, this bread made from my dead parents sure is tasty. What? Are you okay, Buzzkill? What did you mean by that? On one side of what you just said, it's like the strangest 50s advertisement I've ever heard. On the other hand, did you eat your parents, Buzzkill? You know corpse starch? I've heard the term. I have heard the term. Recommend Worm if you're feeling in a reading mood. Thank you. I'll consider it. I gotta read the Gaunt's Ghost books too. Corpse starch is the canon in 40k. Nice. Great. I keep shooting vets thinking they're Dreg's outfit. Oh yeah, I do look kind of scabby now, I guess. Lloyd Boy says, broke, my parents are dead, sad. Woke, my parents aren't tasty, MJB cry. Yeah, that's the difference. Alright, let's go out on a shotgun mission. Take my sleeves off. I'm gonna be a real guard slut this mission. Show my sweet arm tats. What does that say? I can't even remember. Emperor protects. I sure hope he does. I'm sad. The Ogrins get like an arm tat with like a really cute Sister of Battle on it. I don't think I get that, but I get cool skulls at least. Do I get the Sisters of Battle arm tat, or is that only Ogrin? It's like a really good tat. I'm gonna go check. What's going on here? It's a good axe if you wanted an axe. I don't want an axe. But if you did, that's a good one and you should buy it just for that. I won't. I will not. I will not buy it. One day I'm going to see the fabled power sword with power cycler on it. Hitting at least 3 enemies with an attack. No, don't want that. Though I like block efficiency. Cleave on hit. 80, 69, 80. This is not worth changing for, I don't think. I think it would be better if you crafted it all the way up, but I don't really want to craft it all the way up. We're looking for that power cycler one. If you have infinite crafting materials, apparently power cycler shows up more in orange, so taking decent ones to orange could get you power cycler sooner, I guess. Maybe I should buy this one, just for that reason. Nah. Save your money. Nope. Nope. It's getting better. There are definitely better power swords out there, this just isn't the one. Though +1 stamina isn't a terrible perk either. That's just in general too, that's not even +1 stamina when active, that's just +1 stamina all the time. That's kinda sick. For blocking, that's kinda cool, that's kinda cool. It's cheaper too. I'll buy that one. Now let me go look if I can get a sob arm tat.
Yes, you do need my services.
Body tats. I'm currently on this one. I can get a Widowmaker Ugh. No, don't zoom in that much. I can get like a Widowmaker arm tat. And a Death Claw. That's cool. Lots of skulls, of course. That is just tatted to hell. I can't zoom in enough, though, like, to see. This is ridiculous. It's like shoulder pads tattooed on, I think. This is the one I'm currently on, with the sweet back tats and the eyes on my... Okay. More skulls. We do love skulls. I've got a fleur-de-lis on my right shoulder, which is kind of like sob posting. I got fleur nipples. Nice. That's hardcore. Good stuff. Skull. What is that? Is that a dog? It's like a Skaven or a dog. I got that poxhound in me. Cool lion tats. I can't tell. We're too far away. Skull and crossbones. More skulls. Is that like a dog with a gun in its mouth? That's badass. Oh no, it's like a guy wearing a dog helmet. Not as cool. Thought it was like a dog with like a gun mouth that was gonna shoot bullets at you. That would have been way cooler. Okay, you just doodling yourself in class here. Yeah. Where is my Sister of Battle tat? Oh, the pig! Nice pig tat, bro! Where'd you get your pig tat done? Looking fantastic. That Purity Seal pig looks good. Death before dishonor scrawled on in the trenches. I love the one that just says Emperor, that's always good. Yeah, pigs exist. You guys were just talking about pigs, there you go. Confirmation, pigs are real and they're pure. Tat yourself on some armor, always a good idea. This is like a Kruger tat. $737. I'm pretty sure that's his like call sign or his regiment, his old regiment. Or it's the Inquisitional regiment or something. What is that, like, runes? That's like runes. I was gonna say tally marks, but it's like runes. There's a lock back here that's on fire. Fists of Fury. And that's it. Sadly, we do not get the awesome Ogren tat. It's sad. It's sad that we don't get it.
Now, you be careful. Lots of shady characters.
Ogren wins the cosmetic wars again. Hello, Juanwick. The Imperium could just think pigs are mythical creatures. True. That's why you get a tat of one. Wonderwolf says, I just swapped to the sister tat after you mentioned it. It's a great tat. I've seen it. It's a great tat. Alright, we're gonna queue up. Wait, hang on. Wait, I'm in a fucking team still. I gotta get off. I gotta get off! Wait, before I get off, Wonderwolf, are you in the Morningstar? Show us the tat. Where are you? Where is it? That's not it. Where's the tat? Take your shirt off! I think it's like... above that. That's not it. That's not it. That's like a skeleton sub. That's a badass tat though. It's like a skeleton Sister of Battle. It's like a skeleton Sister of Battle with like flaming booze next to her. That's badass. Fantastic. That's what you meant? No, there's another one. There's another one that's a living sub. Here, come with me to the tat place. I'll show you. There's a real one. Unless I was bamboozled by Reddit. Unless they, like, photoshopped it. I swear it's real. There's one that is straight up, like, Take your sleeves off. There's one that is straight up, like a super kawaii Sister of Battle. Hey! Thanks, K9, for the 10 gift subs to the community. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Very kind of you, thank you. Have you been playing this, by the way? K9 playing Darktide? Very generous of you, thank you for that. Thank you for the gift subs. A hero to the community, thank you. Very, very kind of you. Thank you. Yeah, there she is. Look.
Everything by the numbers.
Look at that cute little sob tat. What's she got there? She's like holding something. What is that? She's got a little smile.
Everything by the numbers.
Very, very cute. Very cute tat. Like that one. It's fantastic. Thank you, Wonderwolf, for modeling that. I appreciate it.
Everything by the numbers.
Thanks for joining the stream. Glad you enjoyed it, Mag. Was kicking tires or not? I knew you were playing, so I just wanted to see how it was working. Yeah, it's fabulous stuff. Probably a rose might be, yeah.
Everything by the
I wish I could get that tat. It's a great tat. Adeptus Chan. I love that the Ogren got it. Does the Ogren dream of Sob?
Everything by the numbers.
The Ogren story. If I kill enough heretics, even more than getting extra rations,
Everything by the
maybe I'll get a kiss from a sister of battle. Inganon says, reminder, if you see an Ogren commissioning anime art, it is cute. If you see a Psycho doing it, cringe. That's right. That's right. Can Ogrens fuck? I assume so.
everything by the numbers.
Can two Psychers fuck, and do they make another Psyker? Can Lord Castellan of Cadia, Ursakar E. Creed fuck? Well, probably not anymore. Spoilers. Jeff says that was the Emperor's plan before he got throned. What, to fuck an Ogren? Banjo says, is Ogreninda doesn't know what sex is, fucks corner. What, like Cherub from Chimera Squad? Oh, Jeff says he wanted all of humanity to become Psychers. That is interesting. Which gonna end up going shotgun. I'm doing a shoddy run, so I'm heavier on CC, heavier on ammo consumption. What's the mission I should actually check? Oh, it's low intensity again. Too easy. Here, I'm gonna back out of this one. I'm gonna pick a different mission. Vela says he also wanted to fuck the Eldar. Based. He also wanted to eventually genocide away the Space Marines. Oh. Oh dear. Useful tools, I see. Yeah, same as that voided, yeah. Who doesn't think the Eldar are hot? Well, specific Eldar. Okay, specifically the Farseer. Specifically the Dawn of War 2 Farseer.
Everything by the numbers.
Nah, sorry, squad. Can't agree about the Eldar heresy. More of a Tau man myself. You more of a fucking what? The fuck is a Tau? What the fuck's an Eldar?
Look back on this as good times. Just you.
The undercover Inquisitor stands up. Well, well, well. Incredon says, Tech Priest rises from the vents. Necron lasts myself. Oh, fuck! Why would you be into Necrons? Because when they go down, they keep getting back up. Oh. That's dead hard, Tech Priest. Good choice. Sit the fuck down, Inquisitor, says Astro. We've all seen your orc pictures. Wah. Sad wah. Necrossi has the Tech Priest acting unwise. Tech Priest shows a picture of, like... Yeah, just wants to fuck a Terminator, just shows a picture of, like Like an Ultramarines Terminator, everyone groans. Oh, so vanilla. Really? A Space Marine? No, you simpletons. Not the meat inside the suit. Oh. Ed says, I mean, the Tomb Kings do pretend to be able to have sex, so I imagine the Necrons do too. Hold up. What do you mean by that? Hang on. Can you say that one again? What do you mean? What exactly do you mean by that, actually? I guess we're going on Chasm Station Assassination. Want to know more? I want to know more. What's this about the Tomb Kings? If there's any mission we can fail, it'll be D5 Sigma Assassination. The Tomb King are skeletons and are the fantasy versions of Necrons. Yep, following you so far. Following you so far. Now expand. What's this about the Tomb Kings fucking? Or pretending to fuck? By the way, folks, I think it's a great time to point out I'm an affiliated partner of the Darktide affiliate program. There are literally hundreds of us. Make sure to click the link down below in my picture that insults you in order to get a link to buy Darktide, or just look at the store page using my affiliate tracker.
Oh yeah, you're doing good.
Now, what's this about the Tomb Kings? Cetra fucks and Franz doesn't. Franz definitely fucks. Come on.
The heretics are using Tertium's railroad network to transport their forces. We can use that. You're going to infiltrate behind enemy lines and redirect a train with a high-value target on board. After that,
Brandon Fraser. I have to go to the bathroom while I wait for teammates.
when he arrives.
Space Pup says Franz definitely fucks. Not a sex thing, but you gotta have heirs. It says Tomb Kings have whole harems that don't do much for them because they can't actually do anything. It's the same way they like drinking, even though they can't actually get actual pleasure out of it. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Sex for the aesthetic, I get it. Also, I love though that like that person in chat saying like Franz fucks, but it's not like a sex thing. Like, I get what you're saying, it's just for procreation, but that's still sex. I love, like, the reply, I fuck, but, like, not like a sex thing. Just to make kids. I mean, feel free to join me, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I fuck, but not like a sex thing. I'm back.
Tell me about die, you terror.
The thing that's gonna destroy us all! If you believe some people.
Come on! After what happened to Cadia? Too soon.
Guys, can we not talk about the Eye of Terror right now? Too soon. Too soon. Alright. Gotta wait for at least a third teammate, I think. Now, feel free to jump in, Wanda. I don't think there's like a lot of people rooting to get in. I think take whatever slots you can get. If you want to keep playing, that is. Just eating some sugar sticks here. Thanks, Wanda. Wanda. Nom nom nom. Incredon, you got some weird fucking takes, but at least they're not, like, harmful. What about fairy bread? What about fairy bread? Yeah, too soon for fairy bread, too. You having any? Nah. Nah, I just got sugar sticks. Okay, that's 2 Ogrins. 2 Ogrins and I have a shotgun. I actually am kind of concerned for this squad. The shotgun is probably the lowest reliable damage of the lot. But that's okay, because Andron is here to do some more damage. Interesting comp. 2 Ogrins, 2 Vets. Okay, Bolter Andron, that's good. Bring the damage. I've got CC and, like, range killing and stuff. Ogrin with the Thumpy. Alright. Let's go. Child trapping level take. No, that's the point. It's not a child trapping level take. That's the point. Incredon's takes are, like, not... They're weird, but they're not harmful.
You're not here to mingle. Keep moving.
That's the difference. Yeah, I want that Kazakin shit, Jujutsu.
Tank guard in the approach. Leave and rust demolisher. I'd wait for the heretics. If they weren't heretics, there's an ingress point to Chasm Terminus's auto-scheduler just across the bridge.
Oops, I hit that thing.
Enjoy yourself.
The cool Inquisitorial Stormtrooper walks backwards and trips into a piece of terrain looking at your cool tank. You smirk and laugh.
Sickening! Engaging!
You then watch the 4 Inquisitorial Stormtroopers go and kill like 500 heretics in front of you. You are no longer laughing.
Ignorant. Serve God very strong.
That's right.
Sickening!
Shit.
Precision fire underway!
Let them feel.
Take that, dog! Just like they taught me in the Imperial Academy of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
Readying kill shot!
Speaking of meat and metal, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I'm probably gonna play Cyberpunk at some point. Oh boy. Because Mark Norda tweeted about how it's good. Mark Nordy was like, oh, I just like really enjoyed my Cyberpunk Edge Runners video. I was like, shit, now I gotta play Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I mean Cyberpunk, not Edge Runners. Cyberpunk, not Edge Runners. Edge Runners is a show. Now I gotta play Cyberpunk.
Engaging critical target.
Watch, learn, repeat. Got it?
Watch it, no, I did. I already have. I was just not paying attention to my words. Yes. I meant the game. Yeah, we lost the mark commands, I'm afraid. We didn't have room.
I have ammo, sir. Hold ground. Stay together. Don't sulk if I kill them all. Outstanding killing, sir.
Now that is why we keep them.
Sorry, lady. Ah! Help! I'm fucking dying!
Bro, to help me.
Gotta stick together there.
More shots on target next time. Sharpen up, all of you.
Fire many bullets. Target get hit. Good strategy. Scat. Shot.
Those longer ranges there were making it hard to do work. But now we should be getting a bit closer in, be able to one-shot more. Yeah, now we're getting a bit closer. It is a shotgun after all, chap. It's got pretty good range, but if you want to be most effective, you do want to be close.
You know one, you know them all.
Medicaid.
Precision fire.
Watch and learn.
How much Disney Marvel interference do you think Midnight Suns had? I voted, are you joking?
Take them out.
Right in the friggin' head.
I don't think Midnight Suns had Marvel Disney interference. I think they had, like, literally teams of people involved in every step of the process. I think everything that they decided to do in Marvel's Midnight Suns probably had to be, like, passed through entire teams of both legal and, like, content protection specialists to say, like, if this is okay or not. Would Captain Marvel say this? Is Iron Man allowed to do this thing? Does this feature properly represent the heroic qualities of our brand? There is no way that they were not flooded with people doing those roles. I'm gonna go left hunting for ammo. Disney Marvel is like one of the— watch out for the flamer— one of the most, like, draconianly protective, like, defenders of IP. So Marvel signed off on Stark and Strange being an item? Shut up.
Good stuff, though.
Engaging priority target.
Oh! Oh! Jesus! Oh!
Big beauty down.
Where are they at? Oh, that's them?
Party's dead. Oh, mutie.
Jake has said in interviews that they had rules to follow but had a lot of creative freedom. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that, yeah. But I think following those rules, I don't think they just, like, got given, like, a list of things to do or not do, and, like, that was the end of it. Like, I imagine... Look, I'm just talking out my ass, but I'm guessing... If you're asking my opinion, I'm guessing that there would have been constant back and forth cooperation and teamwork on signing off on things. That would be my guess. But I'm just talking out my ass. I'm just a content creator. I don't know anything. I'm a filthy gamer. I seen one of those mean game developer takes recently that was like on Twitter. There's like a subset of game developer takes, which are understandable because there are some dumb fucking gamers. Okay, fair. But there's like a subset of game developer takes where it's like gamers are the stupidest pig swine, and anytime they like pretend to have like any kind of like opinion on what makes a game good under the hood, they're a disgusting like oinking pig, yeah. Like, which, like, in some cases, you know what, fair, but, like, I usually see it, like, rear its head a ton, too, from, like, very jaded devs, which, it makes sense, it's pretty fair stuff, but, like, whenever, like, the worst thing is, like, when a YouTuber, like me, for example, they would hate me. Whenever I've ever talked about, like, my opinion on, like, game design, they would, legitimately or not, that's for you to decide, but, ah! The kind of takes where it's like, oh, this fucking YouTuber. This YouTuber's got opinions on game design. Just play the games. Anyway, I seen one recently that was like, oh yeah, like fucking gamers having opinions on game engines. It's like, if I was a baker and my customers came in and told me I don't like it when you use this kind of oven to bake the bread or whatever. Like, what do you know? I was like, I don't know if that... Oh god. I don't know if that really, like...
I was panicking.
Tracks. Big ammo for you here, Boltervet and John. I understand how game devs get to that point, too, because, like... Everybody thinks, including me, everybody thinks that having ideas makes you a game developer. Everyone thinks that the most valuable thing about creating something like that is the idea, and then the rest is just make it. When in reality, ideas are a dime a dozen, and the most quantifiable thing, like opinions, everyone has them. And what is actually valuable to make a functioning and playable game is getting it built. And making the compromises that every game has to make. Between your perfect vision and what you can actually get to fucking work. And what you can actually afford to make. However, I don't agree specifically with the thing about, like, I think you can have opinions about engines when, like, if you as a gamer... You know, play a game on said engine over and over and it's always like fucking runs like shit. Or always like never has this feature you want that other engines do, then it's pretty easy to have an opinion on that. So it doesn't really track for me that particular. Andrew, do you want this bolter ammo? Dan jelly works better for like chocolatiers or some shit. Yeah, I think it's also just pretty easy to go like, when I eat bread from this bakery, I don't like it. When I eat bread from this bakery, I do. It's also, like, much more complicated than bread. It just falls apart when you start getting into it. It's like, I don't like it when my bread crashes. Like, what are you talking about? Range on the left, care. Why did I even get into this tangent? I don't know. How did I even get into this? I'm not gonna camo spam. To be fair, I wouldn't like it if my bread had bugs in it. I'm on it, cover me. Done. Swordfish 1! But it is true on the flip side, like, God. To be a fucking dev and listen to players in this democratized free speech world must just be torture. Gamers probably shouldn't have free speech. Really. They probably just shouldn't be allowed. Going for it. I fucked it up. Did the Ogren just scream white woman? What was that? Got it.
Slaps you.
You heard that, right? The Ogren just screamed, "White woman!" What was that? What was that about? That was weird. Going for it. Oh, you got it, I'll cover you. Dreg Gunner? I don't think that sounds the same. Dreg Gunner! White woman! Doesn't sound the same. Range on the left, maybe? Nope. Big man down! Well done. To be fair, white woman moments tend to lead to fights? No. What? Don't get me wrong, most gamers are idiots, but you do this as their profession, and respect for the trade should be two-way street. I'm not even talking about YouTubers, but yeah. But it's understandable, because like there's a lot of gamers and YouTubers and stuff where it's easy to like learn some words and learn some concepts and be like, I know more than a game dev. Because it's very easy to do that thing everyone loves to do, of look at something from the outside and be like, I'm different. If I was a football player, I would just not fuck up passes. I would just train until I didn't. If I was a game dev, I would just not ship buggy unoptimized games. I would just make them better. If I was balancing this FPS game, I would just balance it better. I would just make, like, all the weak guns stronger, and I would make all the strong guns weaker. Ah!
Oh, Bagel, look out, it's me.
Ogren said, fight coming. White woman! Fight coming! White woman! Yeah, I get it. From now on, chat, that's white woman, and whenever the Ogren says it, you have to say it too. Anyway, white woman moments do not lead to fights. White woman moments lead to... we have enslaved a new animal to be our pet. Or we've done a microaggression. Or a very major aggression. Yeah, white woman theory, that's right. Medcrate down here. Some actual experts. I wouldn't hesitate to call myself an actual expert. I wouldn't say I'm that different. And I know from experience, because I might be more now, just because I know from experience, when I try to actually develop a game, the design is an interesting part of it for sure. But I also just struggle to like keep up like pace-wise, though also I had two full-time jobs at the same time, I don't know. But the point I'm trying to say is like game dev is really hard work. It's really hard work, and there are definitely a lot of people, and you know, in my times as well, I've been it too. There's definitely a lot of people who can very much reduce it down to, now just code it, just do it. But yeah, there's definitely a difference between like, I have an idea for something versus I have an implementable design for something, and there's definitely a difference between I like this thing versus I can reliably tell why I like this thing without being super biased, but you're never going to be able to escape all your biases. I think one of the most important things as always is just understanding your own limits, and also understanding that you have limits that you probably can't tell you have right now. Well, I don't know actually, I say that. Oh, look out for the mutant.
Yeah, I feel like I deserve that.
That said, on one hand, it is good to be aware of your own... aware that you're not the best at everything and that you shouldn't be overconfident. On the other hand, actually no, I enjoyed my life. I enjoyed being ridiculously overconfident. It's like... it's actually great to be overconfident. We've talked about this, like, a couple months ago. Drop the ammo crate if we can't carry another one. Is, when I was, like, an 18-year-old white man, I could do anything. It's only as I've got older and wiser I've realized how flawed I am. And that sucks. It sucks to be flawed. Just keep believing you can do everything and that you're better than everyone. It's easier. Banjo says Sun Tzu said that, and I'd say he knows a little more about game dev than you do, pal, because he invented it. That's true. Yeah, ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. I think there's like a happy medium, hopefully, to hit. Because the problem with that philosophy is you're kind of an asshole to everyone else, and your ignorance, your boundless ignorance, just like makes talking to you annoying. Like, take for example Elon Musk. But there's definitely like probably a happy medium between I know my limits very carefully and I know I can't exceed them, to I can have a little bit of overconfidence as a treat. I can be a little overly optimistic about my capabilities. Because otherwise it's harder to get excited about things. Like you just, on the other end of that scale, and I've been on both ends of this scale.
They could at least knock the list.
Oh god, Burster! Oh! Ah! Get away from the door!
They're on fire!
I'm playing danger games. Well, you almost got it, Bummer. You almost got it. Ah!
Oh shit! Sneaky shit. Okay, well now I can't get out the door.
Wonder that's for you, yeah. Let's go out the back.
Yeah, fuck that door.
Oh god, fuck this, there's a burster coming.
Yeah, back away from the door.
Oh! Andron, no! Anyway, what was I saying? I've been on both ends of the scale of overconfidence and underconfidence. And when you're underconfident, like...
I have confirmed there was a lot of things that were...
Let's go backwards. You just don't start anything. I just never start anything because it's like, oh, well, I already know I'm gonna fail. I already know nobody will watch it or nobody will like it or I won't get it done.
Okay, well, this is a simple
And
problem.
the problem is, it's really easy to fall into that when, like, you have, like, a bad, like, rut of history going for you, because you can just go like, well, I didn't succeed all the other times, I didn't do all the other times, so why will this time be any different? And the problem is, reason is on the side of pessimism there. Reasonably and logically, you're not the main character of the universe, and you probably will fail a bunch more times. And no amount of, like, weblog advice that says, like, well, you just gotta keep trying till you eventually succeed will help. And that's why a little bit of overconfidence as a treat is important. Because it's important to just leave reason at the door and go, you know what? I am great, and this will work, probably. And then when it doesn't work, who cares?
We're going this way.
A himbo attitude can be very healthy and useful, applied responsibly. And irresponsibly.
Precision fire underway.
One shot, one kill.
Well, was that the thought process we're making into YouTube videos? Extrapolate, expand, what do you mean? just make something. The thought process for the new YouTube videos is, holy shit, I'm getting sponsored with a good offer to make these videos. But it is a reason of why I haven't made a lot of content very consistently for a long time. Someone left a comment that sums it up well as well, where they're like, actually the reason I never unsubscribed to you is because you don't make a lot of content. If you did make a lot of content but I didn't like it, I'd be more likely to go, that's annoying on my feed and unsubscribe. But because you never really make any, it never really matters and I just check you every so often. And I think about that all the time when it's like, it's better to make no content than content that isn't perfect. Which is why a lot of the time I don't make YouTube content, because I'm always going like, oh, this won't be good enough, or I shouldn't release this before I release some XCOM to make them happy again first. And then in the end I just never release anything. I'll never make anything because nobody cares anymore. Generally not. About, cause it's XCOM. I know people care about XCOM. But in the end of the day, you just gotta make shit. Like, I've had so many video ideas over the years that I wanted to do. All these potential videos lost like tears in the rain because of perfectionism in a lot of ways. Like, yeah, there probably are people who'd be pissed off and be like, oh, like, after 5 years of silence, he's just making a Darktide video? What the fuck? Who cares? Skip. There probably are people. But, at the end of the day, if you don't make anything, you don't make anything. And also perfection in editing, too, like... I think for me it's important to just be like, just make something. Even if it's not perfectly edited, just put it out. Even if it's kind of shitty in places, just make it. You know? Just put something out. Christopher Rod makes XCOM quantities big. Yeah, what's your fucking point? What's your fucking point? Why are you saying that? His point is to kill him and take his place. Wait, what is your point? I want to do Darktide vids. I want to do Broken Arrow stuff too. Christopher Odd treats objects like women. Oh, he calls ships her. Uh-oh. See, like a video I want to do that I would say is kind of like... not necessarily someone will necessarily like, but I want to do it. Is... ooh, that was nice. I really want to do Broken Arrow. In fact, we're going to do it live together. We're going to do it. Bomber. We're actually going to record it live after this mission. That's what we're going to do. I was going to say, I want to do a video just reacting to the Broken Arrow video and doing my thoughts on it. We're going to do it. We're going to record it live for YouTube, chat. Maybe I'll turn chat off and make it look like a YouTube video. Nah, because I'm going to be talking to you guys. That's the problem. You guys will be there. No offense. Ammo crate here. Remember to keep all the med crates we can for the boss. See Mag. See you, Mag. Remember when we first got this game and like there was so much teamwork comms? There was so much teamwork comms to know what to do on these harder difficulties, and now it's just like everyone knows their job. It's like the difference between like... fucking... it's just like, this is Imperial Special Forces shit. Everyone just knows their job. You never have to say a word. We've said it all before. Kippa says, Incronon, from what I understand, what isn't giving you gender envy these days? Yeah, fair. Also mood. Yeah, fair. Who doesn't have a little bit of gender envy as a treat? Whom amongst us? Yeah.
We can still have 2 medkits.
Do you guys think we can take the boss without with only one medkit? Do you guys feel like good enough?
Why don't you just drop the ammo kit? I've only got one scripture at the moment, so... You just drop the ammo kit and take the scripture.
Oh, right, yeah, just use the ammo kit. I thought we had 2 scriptures already.
Negative.
Yeah. Who amongst us? Wow. Doesn't want a little gender envy as a treat. Even I have moments where I'm like, damn.
You can just use the ammo kit and take the scripture.
What a hot, cool woman. I'd be that hot, cool woman. But for me, it's not like a defining thing.
Easy peasy.
That's how I know I don't have, like, ideations of, you know, like, it's not like a transitioning thing.
Bonbon.
That's what I mean. It's like a universal, I feel. I feel like all of us. Let her out, Beagle. All of us, I think, to some scale, probably whether it's 1% or 100, have some element of that. It's like a passing thing for cis folks, right? Yeah. Remember Sheagle? Sheagle was not my... Well, actually, if I was gonna be a woman, what kind of woman would I be? Probably a valley girl, so yeah, probably actually. Stratical says, not really me, but go off, Beagle. Yes, Stratical, yes. I think we're gonna go down.
They've all just kind of migrated up this way.
My latest video does have the down with cis bus in it, and a sweating NB flag. I'm not sure if it's gonna rankle anyone's feathers who is like a bad person. I also don't like super care, but obviously, but I'm still waiting to see how like the YouTube crowd at large reacts. Sniper. Beagle Rush YouTube is getting political. No, he's not. It's just a bus on it in the transgender flag colors that says down with cis on the destination bar at the top. It's not political. Beagle Rush gone woke. Have you ever been so liberal, left, conservative, Republican pilled you gone woke? Children trapping, down with cis. Lost your keys, divorce court. Pickup truck, lost my dog. Netflix special canceled, woke moralist, freedom of speech. Not my president. I can't find an ending to this run-on sentence. I can't find an ending to it. I like a beginning and a middle, but no end. I'm just ripping off the Gianni bit anyway. I love that Gianni bit. If someone has the link, I love that bit. Is this what the Battle Brothers streams are like? Yes.
What's famous open? I don't know. Something smells wrong.
He's an arch heretic, my notes say. That's all they say.
Dragon Grey. Time to be medical workers.
Alright. The two of you with scriptures, it's your choice if you think we're cool enough to go in with 2 medkits or if we need the 3rd one. It's your choice if you drop a script.
Oh. Look, we can do it with 2. You just stay on him and beat him down until he dies.
Alright, let's do
I can read
it.
us a bedtime story on the way down. Except I can't read.
I guess we should have put it in the elevator. Oh well, too late.
Oh yeah.
Kill that bragging bomber.
Play any Battlefield 2042 after the fixes? Nope. Alright, let's get on him. Let's do this shit before we get overwhelmed. I'll drop the first med kit. Ranged.
Shotgun it.
Range from both sides. Oh, fuck.
Down on me.
Use this med kit.
Okay, we'll save.
We're having problems.
I'm up and
Kite if you have to. Kite and fall back if you have to.
oh fuck.
Get that. Oh god. Get the everyone up, get the everyone up. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Still a medkit over here on the left. Still a medkit. Alright, stick together, stick together. Andron, what are you doing over there? We're gonna stick together, Andron. Get him up, Ogren, get him up. Stick together, stick together. Get away from the sides, it's where things spawn from. Pull back towards the elevator slightly. Oh god. Oh fuck, oh god.
Shotgun behind.
What's the range? Take cover. Fuck. Get ready for a rescue.
Charge for the respawn when I come.
Yeah, get ready for a rescue right behind us. I'm down, I'm down.
He's over there. I'm gonna go get the other guy up.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Work it.
Good stuff. We're not done yet. Woo! He's on us!
Beat his ass. Beat his ass.
We're gonna do it! One more phase, one more phase. Beat his ass, beat his ass. Beat him to fucking death! Beat him to death! Kill him! Put your nose on him and kill him!
Go grenade. Oh fuck.
I lied, another phase. Get him up! Oh no!
Oh no. Pick up Ogren. Pick up.
Get him up! We're gonna get him up! Yes!
Come on, come on, come on. Oh, here.
Get him!
Grenade box.
Ah! Scripture! Get the scripture! Ah!
It wasn't even stressed. It was so easy.
It was so easy. It was so easy.
You bought the right weapons for.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
so easy.
Oh, that's intense.
I'm sad.
GG is so easy.
Now I'll read my book.
That was so fucked. That is the hardest boss in the game for sure, right? So fucked. Oh, good lord. Good shit. I look great. I like this outfit. We look fantastic. Fantastic. You know, that's probably enough Darktide for me today. I'm probably going to do my Broken Arrow video now. With you guys. That was fun, though. Didn't use any lasguns today. Cantrail, Lucius, and, yeah, Cantrail and Lucius both didn't get used today. We're using them tomorrow. Wearing my pajama pants to work. I think I look amazing. I think I look peak. Like fucking Katachan right now. Not like Katachan, like Not like Katachan as in like the 80s Arnold Schwarzenegger, like stereotype pose. I mean like actual, like if you're on Katachan. Except maybe the gas mask. Probably not the gas mask. Probably more like... It'd probably be more like this. Sorry, I'm really just adding the pajama pants. What are you talking about, Beagle? Everyone looks like Arnold on Katachan. That's realistic. It's not just propaganda. Everyone looks like that. Alright. That was GG's. Thank you everyone for playing me today. You're shook from that? That was good. That was a good mission. You're dressed like a Marine Grunt to be in the theme of your Broken Arrow. I basically already am dressed like a Marine Grunt. All I'd have to do is put the chainmail on. This is like a 40k Marine. A Colonial Marine, perhaps. I'm looking fabulous. But I like the pajama pants with this. With the duct tape shoes. What are those? They look fantastic, don't you think? What are those? That's how you know it's like some real shit going down. I think those pants are like stapled together. I love that. Incredon says a single onion on Katachan has enough vitamins and nutrients to feed a man for a day, fitting since the onion is sapient and has tentacles to hijack your nervous system. Alright, we're gonna go to the Broken Arrow video now that I wanted to watch with you guys today, so we're gonna do it. This is the, so GG on the Darktide. There'll be more Darktide tomorrow. Maybe I'll have finally updated my tier list thing by then too. Now, this is the strategy game I keep telling you guys about. I keep telling you, like I'm discovering some kind of conspiracy. It's like, guys, Broken Arrow, it's gonna be big. Guys, Broken Arrow, it's the next big strategy game. It's gonna be the biggest strategy game of all time. Oh, cool, Beagle. So you mean it's gonna be like, you know, the E tier of biggest games ever in relative terms? Yeah, okay, like no one really cares about strategy games anymore. Like we peaked with StarCraft 2 in worldwide attention, like that was it. Sure, okay, fine. But I care about strategy games. I love strategy games. And I am very excited by this game. I'm going to excite you all about it too with me. But first, I want to check what my YouTube comments for my new video say. Let's see. Ivan Makara says, you start streaming too soon after you post these videos. My poor consumerist brain doesn't know where to spend my attention dollars. Yeah, that's a problem. I hope you made the right choice, Ivan. Don Bionicle says, beat up Faustus and the only way to progress is engage with social media, the worst possible fate. What? He doesn't want to beat up Faustus. He's like... No, he's another one with the divorced dad truck stickers. The extended slavery tirade gave me a headache. Please never stop fighting for what's right in the world. I never will. Forgotten how great my editing style is. Thank you. These comments puff me up. This is the rise before the fall. Then I'll get a negative comment and I will never make anything ever again. Thank you for uploading to YouTube again, Biggs. I've been a fan of yours for a long time, but never quite got into your long-form Twitch content. Love you. Thank you. Everyone's so nice to me. Everyone's so nice to me on YouTube. Praying for XCOM 3, bro. Nice video. He did a little pray emoji. Hey, Euchre, what's up? About to watch a strategy game, Euchre. Do you like strategy? Thanks for rating. Fuck you, Beagle. Fuck you, Euchre. No, I'm not gonna reply in kind. Positive mental attitude here. Haha, nice to see you, Euchre. Fuck me. Oh, you silly. We'd never say that back here. Also positive here. In fact, it says it was tough for me to warm up to the idea of this game as it felt like it came out to the expense of XCOM 3, but having 2K pay Beagle to make YouTube videos definitely helps with the warming up. Nice, it's working. Usually when I get paid to make sponsored videos, I'm like, why did they spend their money on me? But then I see comments like that and I'm like, I guess it works. I guess I am a foot soldier of capitalism. Okay, let me get the video. Again, I have to separate it from my pornography, so just give me a second here. I'm gonna set the thing to just chatting. Just chatting over here. What game are you playing? I'm not playing it right now, but I will be when it comes available again. I'm just taking a look at a second look. I've already watched it once, but I want to watch it with you guys. A video for an RTS game coming out soon called Broken Arrow, and I want to show you guys it because it is super cool, and I think it's really cool and fun, and I want you all to see it. Let me just look it up. YouTube.com/Sliverine next USMC demo. Broken Arrow. US Marine Corps trailer. No, I want the full video game. Full video, I mean. Is this soon or soon TM? Soon TM. Soon TM. Here it is. Broken Arrow demo scenario USMC gameplay. Alright, let me bring it on the screen. Hang on. Yeah, I know you can't see. Hang on, I know you can't see. I'm just, like, picking something first. Hang on. I'm just gonna show you, like, a little sizzle reel first. Hero Wars, play now. I will not.
Yeah, you. Don't you want to play something different?
I will not play Valorant. Okay. So here we go. Display capture on. So this is like a little sizzle reel for it. This is actually an older video, but I think this one looks good and shows off the graphics nicely of this game. And some configuration aspects. This is just for their Bradley platform showcase. They're showing the Bradley off. So the cool thing about this game right off the bat is that you can configure the units as well. Like, you can points up, points down. If you're familiar with games like Wargame, the economy might be similar to you in that sense, in that, like, you build a card deck army like Wargame. The difference is, there are differences though. The game in practice, I think, plays out closer to like a mix between World and Conflict and Wargame. You like, when your units die in this, you don't lose them forever. There's no like forever quantity of units. Like, you don't like have to like bring 50 T60 or patterns, I mean M60 patterns for when you run out of Abrams. Like, they come back on a cooldown charge. But, you know, I think, like, more available stuff, like, you can have more of it at once, basically. Like, quantity is still a thing, but you can never just run out of stuff forever. Like, you could use stuff. But, yeah, you can make points go up and down on the unit as well by doing all this stuff. Like, all the units from infantry, land vehicles, armor or not armored, aircraft, jets, helicopters, everything has different kits, which is really, really cool. Game looks good. Looks crisp, looks clean. I can tell you from experience I've had of this game as well, that it has really fucking nice weight to it. The art direction, like the sound and the visuals are really fucking good, but so is like the weight. Like, when helicopters turn and shit, like, it feels like I'm watching Armor. Like, they have a lot of really immersive weight to them, the vehicles have a lot of cool weight, and like, they also can like do proper Nap of the Earth flying on like Wargame. It's just so cool. This game is like what I wanted Wargame to be, basically, but never was. But you will notice the similarities if you played Wargame, for sure, in, like, the genre. These Gavins, they're Bradleys, you're close. But I think the game looks really good. Got really good details. It's all modern day war. None of that 60s shit. There's special abilities for units like World and Conflict, like infantry can sprint and use smoke grenades and stuff. So you don't just have to depend on like a mortar to do smoke. Do you have individual control? Yeah. You control individual units. But it is an RTS game. All the different types of Bradley they're showing off. Killing some hinds. So now that I've shown you that, because I think that's one of the, like, the nicest looking, just shows off the graphics really nicely. And I've shown this game on stream before. A trailer had like a year or two ago that did not look as good. Let me show you this demo. I really like this. It's about half an hour. I'm going to go through it together. I think this shit is looking great. This is their latest one. They just did this demo. And it already looks quite improved from what I've seen and experienced before of Broken Arrow. So this is meant to be like a demo of like a single player mission, basically. It's like the United States Marine Corps The little general work in progress guy here is telling us that we have to land on the beach, destroy some artillery, destroy some tellars, and then take control of the fort. Is the first part of this mission. Just imagine that I'm playing it, guys. Imagine it's not a video, I'm actually playing it. And I'm commenting as I go. This landscape gives me CNC Generals vibes. How so, the buildings? Kraken says, speaking as someone who knows nothing about war machines, do missiles really squiggle through the air like that, and if so, how come? That's the toe there. Dragons do it too, with the pop, 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 pop. I think that was a toe, though, and yeah, they're wire-guided, and yes. As I understand it, yes, they do, like, pop, 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 squiggle around like that with toes and dragons, because of the way they work. Toes are guided by a wire, whereas dragons, like, actually have little thrusters going on that pop them up around, like playing Flappy Bird. Dragons are like the Flappy Bird missile, basically. But not all missiles are like that, of course. So you got a USMC on the blue force here versus Russian red force. You got some mortar lav carriers in the back. Marines love lavs, of course. In this game, in multiplayer, rather than picking one specialization like Wargame, you'll get two. I want to know why they dogleg like that. These details fascinate me. Like, does the player actually dogleg that quick that I don't see it? No, the player clicks there. So why does this one dogleg left? Like, that looks so sick, but they didn't tell him to do it. Why do they actually do that? Is it because they select both of them? You pity the devs trying to balance anything Russian right now? Oh, yeah. Do you have to worry about logistics? There is supplies, yeah. He only selects one AAV. Sorry, guys, but this kind of detail is really interesting to me. And then the other one, like, auto doglegs. That's so interesting. Maybe he already told it to go there. Anyway, they dogleg off, taking fire from the BRDMs. They're all carrying infantry as well. This is like 100% that one World in Conflict mission where you drop into the island of the Statue of Liberty. I've been downloading World in Conflict again, actually. I want to play it. That'd be a fun stream game. Incredible YouTuber plays 30-minute video in 40 minutes. No, this will take like an hour. From pausing. I would love this game had good AI. Yeah, I hope it will have good AI for skirmish, but I'm really looking forward to playing this in multiplayer. Anyway, as I was saying, you get to pick two specializations, so you can be like Marines and Airborne, you know, rather than just Marines like Wargame. Which will be interesting. So they're disembarking their infantry from there, garrisoning into buildings. Getting a look at the units up on the top left. You can see that there is like a max of that unit you can have in the field at once. So like one Javelin team that I think you just spawned. One Javelin team at once. But if that Javelin team dies, it's not gone forever. It like comes back over time after it dies. You can also do that quicker. You can send units back to base. And they go back and refund themselves. And then come back. So if your units run out of ammo, or health or whatever, or you just don't want it right now, for whatever reason, you can refund it, and it comes back quicker, and then pull it again later. Frees up more points to buy other stuff too. Is it an FPS component? No, it's a pure strategy game. You want to know how the air game is like in this game? Helis on your actual jets? Later on, you will get to see how cool the air game is. I think it's awesome. They're using smoke abilities on the units there. I love that. I love that the units have, like, defensive smoke abilities to pop. I think that's super cool. I hate in Wargame how, like, I'm going to be using, like, hotkeyed mortars all the time to put smoke everywhere. I love special abilities on units. I love micro like that. I think it's so cool. It's like frame blending going on. I wish it wasn't. Some BTRs down the road, they're hitting a long range. They have a Force Recon team over here. 6 guys Force Recon team. Why haven't the Marines seen one of the destroyed Russian vehicles yet? Because they're not the Rats Marines, I'm sorry to disappoint you. There's a lot of stuff I try to extrapolate, like how the time to kill looks, and you know, like, have they made it so buildings don't blow up so easily? Like, are they death traps for infantry? Are they useful? Stuff like that. It seems like in the fighting here, like, they're pretty handy to each other. Yeah, you might just be right, Flanker. In the second half, you might just be right. These are infantry units if you can't really tell what's going on. If you're not, like, used to games like Wargame, these are infantry squads garrisoned in buildings. The number underneath them is the number of soldiers left alive in those squads. Going down as they take casualties. The red, I believe, means suppressed. I shouldn't say that. I was going to say something about... I think I don't know, I think I've heard, like, a rumor from other followers of this game that perhaps when you're suppressed, you might, like, take less damage, so it's like a trade-off, which is interesting. I think it sounds like a cool system if so, that you can, like, neutralize a unit before killing it. I just like with Wargame that, like, everything feels very glass cannon-y, and the minute you spot something, you die, like Tarkov. I like the idea of, like, neutralizing units before you just wipe them off the map, because it has a similar effect of winning a battle, but there's more time to react, you know? I'd much rather be in a battle where my infantry squad and my APC lives for 30 or 40 seconds, but they're, like, just neutralized, suppressed for, like, 30 of those 40 seconds, rather than they just die in 5 seconds, you know what I mean? Because then it gives you a chance to, like, try and bail them out of other units, call in an airstrike, call in artillery, just do anything more interesting than just die. It's kind of like D&D and storytelling, like, the least interesting thing that can ever happen is something just dying. And I think in gameplay, especially when in real-time strategy where you're trying to, like, manage everything at once, I think with RTS, I feel that way with my own taste as well. I hate it when everything just dies in, like, 5 seconds flat, especially when you're then expected to manage, like, 20 units at once, because it just always feels annoying when shit just dies and you're like, oh, I guess that happened. Yeah, Company of Heroes pinning. I think Company of Heroes and Dawn of War 2 are, like, really perfect RTS games. With the way they do infantry and cover, with the way they do so much stuff. I think they're just really perfected real-time tactics games. Not really strategy, I guess, but real-time tactics games. Like, the time to kill with infantry squads and units in that is fantastic, I think. StarCraft 2. Well, StarCraft 2 isn't a war game. StarCraft 2 is a true RTS of, like, arcade game, so it's very different. StarCraft 2 is just, like, feed units into a meat grinder. I like units where you don't just feed units into a meat grinder. I like taking care of units. And I like tactical decisions like, okay, my guys are in trouble. Let's react and make a gameplay decision to try and combat that. Rather than, oh, my guys are dead. Rip. Buy new ones. I find the former much more interesting. That's why I like games like XCOM. And turn-based games, because you always have time to figure out what to do in XCOM. Anyway, the Marines are just, like, farting their way through the buildings here. I think a tank came along and blew up some Force Recon guys. The Force Recon guys call themselves Forcon, and apparently that is legitimate. I looked it up. Which is, I just know that, like, every time they say Forcon in this game, I'm just gonna think, like, Forcon these nuts. Hey, have you heard about Forcon? It doesn't matter if it's legitimate. Okay, he's calling in some airborne reinforcements now. What's this game? This is Broken Arrow. So he's calling in some reinforcements. You don't have to pick the transport options in advance like in Wargame. You have transports in your deck. Well, last time I noticed it anyway. You have transports in your deck and you have units and supplies. There's no such thing as like a supply vehicle. Supplies are just another thing you can put in as cargo. So you can go and pick your between your transport options like, and I think different transports are needed for different units, but still. You can go like, okay, I'm gonna take these Force Recon guys and I'm gonna put them in this Venom. I think you can do that? I think you can do that, yeah. Like, he's doing it here, they're doing it here. I'll just pause for a second so we can talk about it. I like this a lot compared to Wargame. I love the no limited units thing. I like the recharging thing as well. But yeah, so you can see we're picking the transport vehicle and then we're getting to pick, okay, in this Sea Stallion, of which I have 2, do I want to bring supplies? Do I want to bring... Oh, fuck, you can load a Lav M. You can load Lavs into Sea Stallions. That is heavy. That's so cool. Do I want to bring Force Recon? Well, I can't bring those right now. Do I want to bring some Scout Snipers, Marines? You can bring multiple. So the Sea Stallion, you know, you can put like 53 Marines in that thing, you know. You can bring like 4 squads of Marines in one transport. Which is definitely a lot better than the fiddliness of Wargame for me, where it's like, I think it's like 1-to-1 all the time, and the units have to come with their transports. Like, you pick in the deck building, like, okay, these Marines come in, you know, Hueys, these Marines come in Blackhawks, these Marines come in Jeeps, and that's it. You know, you can't change it. You get into the game, you will forever have four stacks of Marines who go in Jeeps, 4 stacks of Marines in Blackhawks, blah, 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 blah. I really like the flexibility of this game, that they just let you pick on the fly. Okay, I want Sea Stallion. I want to get, you know, an Osprey in here loaded with Marines. You know, to not just have these big options, but it's interesting when you can then go to things like, I want to bring these Force Recon guys in on a Little Bird. I want to bring them in a Huey, like a Venom. That's interesting to me. I want to bring them in a Jeep. Or maybe I want to bring this Sea Stallion with just like 5 squads of Marines in it. Or I want to bring 3 squads of Marines and some supplies. Or 2 squads of Marines, 2 Stinger teams, and a Recon team, you know? That's awesome. I love that. That's really, really cool. And a big step up for me. So I already love that. I think that's so cool. Because transports are just such fiddly, like, use and forget units in Wargame for me. I hate them. They're so annoying. At least they're the stupid transport spam as well. I love that in this, you can bring them in, drop your load, and then head back to base. And refund those transports, get your money back. I think that's so cool. Or you can keep using the transport, you know? Speaking of which, here comes the Vipers. AH-1 attack helicopters coming in with rockets and cannon. Looks fucking cool, man. Looks and sounds cool. I think the visuals and the sound, just like the art and the overall presentation of this looks fantastic. From the scale we're seeing here, I'd be inclined to call this more of a real-time tactics game. Logos says, which is good and can be done well, but this kind of thing would be an arc of the strategy game is why I'm skeptical of anything called a strategy game. XCOM is a strategy game, this isn't, unless it's something we haven't seen. What? I have to pause. What? What do you mean? No, you know what? I didn't want to get into that. XCOM is a turn-based tactics game. This is a real-time strategy game. You could call it real-time tactics. There's always been, back in the day, a lot of discussion about this. What defines real-time tactics versus strategy? I've always seen real-time tactics used to refer to games that don't have base building. So Company of Heroes does have some base building. You could call it an RTS. By the old ways, there goes off a missile from the Viper. Whereas World in Conflict, Ground Control, you would call real-time tactics games because there's no base building. I think the scale is pretty wide here. Like, I would not call Wargame a real-time tactics game. I would call it a strategy game because the scale is so wide on Wargame. I think the scale is going to be Wargame level on this. I think the scale is pretty wide. When you're commanding, like... multiple, like, platoons of guys, platoons of armor, and, like, you know, entirely different sections of, like, air groups, and, like, support artillery units all at once... in, like, this constantly, like, reinforcing battlescape, I think it's a strategy game. But, at the end of the day, who really cares what you call it? I don't know, like, I think if you're upset about this being called a strategy game, maybe, like, for you a strategy game is, like, a Paradox game, like Victoria, I don't know. For me, this is, like, strategy, real-time tactics, whatever. Or if you're a traditionalist, you could also say, like, only Command and Conquer and StarCraft are strategy games, because they have base building. Anyway, I don't really care, and I'm not going to go down it anymore, because it's a pedantic, semantic thing to get stuck into. It's up to you what you want to call it. I talked right over the best part. The Marines got to be Marines. They swam. I talked over the best part. They brought in the Ospreys. They're bringing in the Sea Stallions as well. They're dropping in supplies. So like I said, unlike Wargame, you're bringing in supplies to drop in these like shipping containers rather than being like, I've got a supply helicopter, a supply truck. Again, nice and flexible. So they're just dropping those supplies off there. As some Russian paratroopers come in. And then it's like Wargame, you can go to them, repair at them, get your ammo back. As they're taking this little star fort here terrain. Which does remind me of that World in Conflict mission with the Statue of Liberty, yes. Like some Igla guys just got shot out of their gases over there and they're trying to shoot these Vipers. And they are missing. They're looking pathetic and sad. Oh, they hit one. You'll notice that the helicopters have flares as an active ability. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to be, like, you know, auto-casted, like Warcraft auto-casted. Certainly hope so. Wouldn't make sense if they aren't. I also noticed this, with the flares in this game, is I really feel like, I'm going to scroll back too, it looks to me, I'm pretty sure the flares are, like, legitimate flares, like they're not just a video game mechanic role. I could be wrong. But when I was paying attention to this video, when I was watching it, I seemed to notice that whenever a missile was shot, right, whenever a heat-seeking missile was shot at an aircraft, and the aircraft was facing that unit, and popped flares behind themselves, I didn't notice, or very rarely notice, the missile buying the flares, if that makes sense. Whereas, that one just missed. Whereas, when the aircraft were moving away from the heat-seeking missile and popped flares behind them, aka flares in between the missile and the launcher, I mean, the craft and the launcher, craft and the missile, they seem to work much better. Now, it could just be dumb luck, as I was watching, but I get the vibe that maybe, just maybe, flares are actually, like, legitimate things, because in reality with flares, if you pop flares behind yourself and you're flying towards the missile that is seeking you by heat, and you are still the heat source right in front of the missile, the flare probably doesn't give a shit. Is my understanding anyway. I'm a gamer. I'm not a fucking pilot, but that's my understanding. So what you want to do with flares is you want to put the flare between you and the missile. So you want to, if you're going towards it, you want to turn around and flare. You want to flare and turn around. That kind of thing. You don't want to, like, head-on flare it because it'll probably still hit you in the fucking dick. But, you know, I mean, what do I know? I'm a fucking gamer. I mean, your intake is behind you, but still, anyway. Your engine, I mean. Stop listening to this gamer talk like he's a fucking pilot who knows things. He's simply a gamer. Let him be quiet. And Void says Sims 4 is the only RTS I've ever played. Magister says Orange is shocked according to that unit card. I wonder what that does. I think it's levels of suppression. Like Wargame would be my guess. The Russian commander area is getting wrecked. Yes. Realistic. See there, I think the flare is bought on that Viper flying away. Fayla says, you want to put the flares in the missile seeker's fall, but between seeker pulses, you want to move your vehicle out of the fall, so it switches to tracking the flare. Yes, that's right. Between pulses, that's right. You want to get the fuck out of there. It's kind of like with it's kind of like how in DCS I learned to do IR chaff, for similar things. Now watch this. This is fucking cool UI that they're doing for the bombers. So they've got two F-35s coming in here to bomb the garrison buildings. The way you do bombing runs in this is so sick. So you've got like a whole bunch of different like options and abilities and quality of life features in UI to rather than just like, okay, attack ground. So with the bombing, you click the bombing button down there specifically, and then you can drag it out. So you can not only like drag out the orientation, like start here and end here, but you can also go like, and it's going to be this long. So you can go, I want these bombers to drop all their bombs like on this pinpoint target, just drop them all on a, you know, on this small area like this. Or you can drag it out like this far and be like, okay, I want you to do like a strafe of bombs like all the way through. Now I believe you can do the same thing with guns and rockets, I think, which is really fucking cool. Because often that's what I want to do with an aircraft. I don't want to just tell the aircraft like, click, attack ground, all bombs go here, that sucks. Often of an aircraft, especially if you can't see all the units or there's a smattering of units, let's say like this whole tree line is infantry, right? I want to put all the fucking lightning bombs here. I want to go bomb the whole tree line. Or I want to gunner the whole tree line, you know what I mean? So it's really fucking cool and exciting to me that you can do that. I love that. So you can see they shortened it a bit, yeah, just to like drop all the bombs on that building. That's really awesome functionality, I think, for controlling aircraft. I love that. I think that is so cool. Yeah, you just don't see that in strategy games. I love that. These are the kinds of features that make me so excited for this game. And make me think it's going to be like my... I want to say my favorite RTS game in a long time, but really like the only RTS game in a long time I'm going to care about, probably. Here come the lightnings. I hope that they have, like, automatic, like, wave off after the strike as well. Igloos are trying to get them. Because I think the only thing missing there is being able to do, like, hopefully you can, like, shift-click queue it up. I think the only thing missing there is being able to go, like, okay, strafe and then bug out immediately, you know? Like, as soon as you've dropped your payload, turn away. I don't want to have to micro that. Because then you can just literally go to a plane, like, okay, spawn in, bomb that whole tree line and leave. And just queue it up and just forget. You never have to micro the plane again. You've set up in advance. I think that's like ideal, and I think that's probably going to be possible, and I love that. I kind of want something similar for helicopters in a lot of way, you know? I kind of want to be able to do, like, strafes of helicopters. I want to be able to tell the helicopter, like, do a rocket run strafe over this tree line, do a slash, and then, you know, turn off and wave off, that kind of thing. But helicopters' main use isn't FFARs, it's doing pop-ups of Hellfires and shit. So it's fine if they don't have that, but it would be cute. Yeah, they bombed those buildings. They're cleaning up some of those Igla guys on the left. As they sit in the trees. They got their little lavies. They've done their little amphibious assault. Infantry, mechanized amphibious force here that's taken the Star Fort. And it's going to be about time, I think, to swap to their second half of this mission. The landing party is almost there. Hold tight. I think the first half of this video is good, but I love all of the toys they show off in the second half, especially the hornies. We're gonna get the hornies in a second, chat. So get ready to have the hornies. Ask the other people in your house if you're allowed to have the hornies right now. As they bomb these poor little gazes. Oh, because they gotta take those buildings. Yeah, that apartment block's taking a lot of pounding. I like that. I like buildings that can take a pounding. I don't like it in strategy games when, like, you are encouraged to put infantry in garrison, but then the building blows up after, like, 5 tank shots, and then everyone inside dies, and it's like, well, why would I do that? Oh god, those little AA APCs coming in, AA vehicles coming in. I like it when, like, you can get inside a building and just sit there for a bit. Alright, so now they're taking that, now it's gonna swap to the second part. Ospreys! Harriers! Aircraft carriers! Oh my god, the first game since Command & Conquer brave enough to have amphibious landing craft! The AAVs are going in. The Hornies are so beautiful! They got some little whip text going on for their mission here of the jets. Now, these Hornies are on some Ace Combat shit. I liked watching the planes do shit in Wargame, but it was never quite good enough for me. But I fucking love watching the planes go in this. I can't wait to control them. These fights are fucking awesome to use, I think. Awesome to watch, I mean. I really like seeing them play out. The 2 Hornies set upon by another 2 MiGs. Doing their missiles, doing their guns. Going down. That's right, folks! The first game since Command & Conquer Generals brave enough to have ejecting pilots with parachutes that you can evac. That's right! Yeah, it's a fucking awesome trade, too. Like, watch the actual fight of that Horny of that, yeah, sorry. I know I'm calling Sukhoi MiGs. I'm doing the American thing of calling every Russian plane a MiG. What, you want me to call them banners? Look at this trade. The joust. And it's just this Hornet left. Go, Hornet, go! You can do it! It's 1-on-2, it's an uphill battle. Uses the low altitude button. There's a button on the right he used to dive, go lower. Then comes back up. Wait. Oh, the one behind. I was like, what happened there? He dove down for a minute, and then the one behind, more Hornies showed up to cover. Right, they're coming in from the rear. They come in and get the one off his tail. And they come back up again.
Everything by the numbers.
Thank you, Angry Wayne Gretzky, for subscribing. Slot in right behind. Ooh. Destroyed. It looks good. I love it. I want to play skirmish against the AI in single player and just watch the jets. It is like a Ace Combat section. It's such an Ace Combat section. It's like destroy the enemy interceptors, and now the bombers are coming in to destroy the friendly assets. You must defend them. Imagine if Supreme Commander dogfights are that good. Yeah, sadly, Supreme Commander dogfights are like Star Sector dogfights of like the fighters just hover there back and forth. Actually, no, the fighters don't do that, but still. Frogfoot's coming in trying to kill the amphibious landing crafts, of which the Hornet must say no. I really like watching the missile dynamics. It looks really good. Like, watching the turning radius of these missiles and stuff looks really cool. There's really cool mechanics at play where you can, like, do some DCS shit, I think, where you can, like, you know, if you got a missile on you, like, you've got afterburners. So if you're far enough from the missile launch, you could just turn from it, pop afterburners, and just run until the missile runs out of fuel, basically, you know? Like, just outrun the missile. You know, you can go low to avoid radars with the go low stuff. I really fucking dig that. I think that's fucking awesome. I like the degree to which they're simulating and abstracting. It seems like it's really cool. Eat shit. I love it. It looks so cool. Yeah, they're coming in no air cover because we killed the air cover. Oh, there's another pilot. Yo, that frogfoot just bodied you with the wingtip sparrowhawks. Like, I love watching, like, the parallel missiles miss because their turning circle just isn't good enough on the parallel shot. I love that. Awesome. Great sounds, too. All those frogfoots, all those hamburgers. Why can't you see the enemy pilots so you can do war crimes against them? I wonder if in multiplayer pilots will be on, and I wonder if in multiplayer both sides will have pilot ejections. Yeah, do a morale pass. Tom Cruise is filming Top Gun Maverick again. And then they can just RTB and get out of there and get refunded. So then the old units we had over here, they're just allied now. We don't control them anymore in this part of this mission. And then the new objective, now that the landing's been made, hi D, is to take all these objective areas and I think destroy some more artillery pieces, perhaps? Oh no, it's just cut off the enemy. Take those objective points to cut off the enemy who are still attacking the units we used to control. Wow, it is focusing enough the escorts are killed off. Probably so that you get to shoot shit with hornets in this mission. So now you got Tonka. Big amphibious landing of Tonka. APC. They're even sending out little Black Hawks to pick up the pilots. They're even doing search and rescue. Yeah, as Valus says, probably send in advance would be slow as fuck. Yeah, probably just bad timing as well as the other explanation. Oh my god! I've seen this before, but I forgot how startling that that artillery barrage is. I love the popcorn. Marines are coming out there. Abrams in the middle, tanks engaging. Disembarking the infantry on the left and right. Forcon with you. Did you just pick up the supplies of that truck? I can't tell. Alright, and then they just queue the Black Hawks to pick up the pilots and then RTB. That one Marine voice actor is like the most fucking moto Marine voice actor performance. What's a Marine? Oh, it's a Marine! It's like some Riddle at 2GI shit. Squared away, sir! I think it does simulated look, if I had to guess, but I'd imagine they seem to be like abstracting and simulating in like good, responsible measures in both cases. The Hinds are coming in on the right! Those Marines are caught in the bog! The swamp of FFARs, no! Of Zunis! They're fine, Marines are strong. The labs will save us. Marines get a natural defensive bonus while in water. Well, you laugh, but they did a Steam blog on the units in the Marines deck, and there's going to be Navy SEALs, and they said the Navy SEALs move very quickly in water. It sounds 90% like Navy SEALs will actually be able to swim. Like, the picture of them is in diving gear, too. The first and bravest game since Red Alert 2. strategy game to have swimming Navy SEALs in it. I can't wait for that. Oh, by the way, we just fired some fucking cruise tomahawks from the ships. Blowing up some shit they can't see. Tom Cruise tomahawks. I very much assume that's going to be a single-player mission thing only, but it looks cool as hell. I certainly hope I won't be cruise missile tomahawked in multiplayer. Actually, I will, because also the Marines have the ability to put tomahawks on JLTCs, or JLTVs apparently, in their deck, which sounds horrifying. But that's fine, just always play the NATO side and never have to worry about it. Marching keeps us fit. Devil dog. He really said it. Devil dogs here. Devil dogs. What did the text message just say? They just like whip briefing text basically. That one was like, we killed the MLRSs. That does sound horrifying, Valus. And yeah, I think the rest of the video is just them, like, squashing and wrapping up the opposition with their big, like, combined arms group here. You thought you had a For the Emperor voice line earlier, been playing too much Darktide? No. No, I don't think there's a For the Emperor line. A shame this is a video rather than you playing. I'd love to have the camera zoom down onto one of the ships so we can see where the horizon is exactly. Yeah. Well, definitely you can trust that when I get my hands on this game in a way I can show on stream, I'm going to be playing the hell out of it. I'm super excited. I've been waiting for a strategy game like this since forever, basically. You know, I loved strategy games growing up. CNC was one of my first games. Right into Ground Control. StarCraft. Warcraft, all that shit. Crush, Kill, and Destroy, all the old ones. Dark Reign. But there was just a point, you know, after, like, World in Conflict and Generals, where I just never really found a strategy game I liked again like that. You know, like, CNC 3 was a bust, Red Alert 3 was a bust. StarCraft 2 was fine, but, like, became so tryhard for me. And that was kind of it, you know, like, that was the end of the RTS Golden Age, you know, other games, shooters became the darlings. So I've been waiting for a strategy game like this forever, because Wargame came out, and I really liked Wargame when it first came out. But, you know, by the time of, like, Red Dragon, and, like, you know, post-ALB, I really didn't like the balance of it anymore, and I just felt like it was just, like, a dick punch to play. Sevius Protocol? Well, yeah, I don't count Sevius Protocol, because it's, like, versus zombies, it's kind of different. I mean, like a traditional RTS, army-on-army Modern War. You know, Dawn of War 2, sorry, Dawn of War 2 and Company of Heroes, of course. They're fantastic. Doing some bombing runs on shit down those roads there. I love that indicator UI thing that you can do. That's so awesome. And you can see, like, it's not just, like I said, yeah, that's fucking sick. I'm gonna watch that again. Yeah, it's not just bombs. So that's actually doing, like, a guns and rockets run, is what they're dragging out there. And you can actually see down here all the different options. When the Harriers are selected. All the different options down here to pick from. Bombs or guns and rockets, all this shit based on what you got loaded out. That's so fucking cool! I love that. Supposedly you can put, like, units in tall buildings like this to get really good sight lines. That's awesome! And they automatically, like, flare on the way in? That's sick. Unless I don't think the player did that manually. If they're, like, automatically flaring on the way in, I fucking love that. They should do it on the way out, though. I think the player might have done it manually. Abrams here! If the A-10 is in this game, it's gonna get fucking Annihilated, because like I said in this game, the speed of the missile, like, that shit actually, and the speed of the jet actually matters. You can outrun missiles and shit. The A-10's gonna get fucking pasted if it's in this game. They've got to put it in. It's like the meme. You have to have an A-10. But it's gonna get fucking pasted if there's any kind of, like, air net against it. Because the other jets, I know, can, like, outrun missiles, which is cool. Like, pretty well, actually, of afterburners. Pretty well. They're different missiles, different speeds. Yeah, I love Dow 2 multiplayer. I never needed the Elite mod. I like the default balance. I think it's a really fun game. Yeah, there's more faction diversity. I think it's just NATO and Russia. I don't believe there's any other factions. Like, I don't think China's in the game or anything. No, it's just these guys. It's just what you see is what you get. As far as I know. Oh, they're gonna cruise missile that fucking building. Oh, Jesus Christ. How very American of you, Marines. US, Patia's US and Russia's not sure of units. Yeah, maybe not even NATO, maybe just US and Russia. So, like, World in Conflict. No, World in Conflict had NATO. World in Conflict was NATO because you had, like, the French guys and stuff. But that was just, like, cosmetics, right? No, wait, there was differences in the units, wasn't there? I can't remember. There was definitely different models, I think. World in Conflict definitely had, I remember, French paratroopers and shit. And I feel like you get, like, French tanks. Yeah, NATO had different units, yeah. Oh, yeah, NATO, it was never just US. NATO always had a conglomeration of different units, that's right. It was always a NATO conglomeration, I believe. It's been too long since I played. I gotta play World in Conflict again. But yeah, I think the rest is just like mop up, right? Oh no. I'm gonna watch it to the end because I would have missed in this last minute. Yeah. I like watching this sea stallion bring in supplies, that's cool. I hope you can pick the supplies back up again. Tamaju says the biggest problem with current events TM is that Russia can't be a serious antagonist anymore for large-scale fictional stories. Well, you can, just... yeah. But you're gonna get made fun of, yes. Forkon! In World in Conflict, the factions are NATO, US, and USSR. Right. I don't really remember, yeah. But I do remember them both existing. I think Valus they more mean, like, because, like, I think they're saying that Russia got clowned on against expectations, so, like, people will laugh at them. But yes. Definitely for the characterization, dramatization antagonist, also still fitting. And that's it. That's their, I think the last bit of it cut off on Twitch, but I think that's the majority of it anyway. That's all I've seen of it. I think it looks fucking awesome. I'm super excited for that. Funk, yeah. I'm super excited for it. I really just want to get my hands on it. So I would really want to get my hands on it. Really want to play it. I want to stream the fuck out of it. Like, yeah. I'm really excited for it. It's the first strategy game in, like I said, Dawn of War 2, I guess, was probably the latest. You know, World in Conflict, Generals, Dawn of War 2, the greats of RTS for me that were, critically, they were interesting but also fun to play. StarCraft 2 was fun to play at times, but again, you know, when I go to RTS, I do not want to play an RTS game as like a Dance Dance Revolution fest. I don't want to play an APM fest. I do not want to play an RTS game that's like, look at how many brain-dead little units I can juggle at once. That's not interesting to me. My perfect kind of RTS is like, man, Modern Warfare as a fictional thing is so interesting and scary. If you keep all that fucking cyber warfare shit out, fuck that shit off. It's so interesting and scary, and exhilarating to watch as a fictional thing. And it's so cool to watch modern combined arms work. And I don't want to do an APM fest. I want my units to be smart. I want good quality of life UI stuff going on. I want the units to be able to play themselves a lot. And I want the main thing to be, you know, my overall plan and strategy and unit composition, my positioning, and my decision making. My decision making of like, alright, they have these units here, I will use these units in this way. I will go here, I will avoid them, I will do that, I will call this in here. I want it to be more about that and less about, oh, I wasn't paying attention to this screen of the map for a second and my dumb units just sat there and died. Or, oh, I wasn't paying attention to my macro and I've got wasted resources like StarCraft. So that's why I've enjoyed StarCraft. And actually, you know, I played a lot of StarCraft. I tried to get better at it. I was like in Plat or something, basically. Back in the day, you know, trying to push up the diamond. And it was just so much work. It's so much work to play APM Fest RTS games like that. I want to play a game for fun. I don't want to do work. I like to go hard. Don't get me wrong. But, like, StarCraft was just, like, too much. It was just, like, 99% work. And then, like, maybe if I won, I'd be like, oh, okay, I won. Cool. I love a game like this, where it's, like, it looks like there's still going to be a lot to do. And a lot of, like, micro to do of the units of special abilities, just like World in Conflict. But, like, there's also, like, enough time going on to A, make decisions and counter decisions, and B, kind of sniff the roses and look at an explosion and go, wow, look at that cool fucking airstrike without feeling like, oh, I just wasted 5 seconds, I just lost the match, you know what I mean? So, I'm really excited for this game. I cannot fucking wait to get to try it and stream it for you guys. We're going to stream a lot of this game when it comes out. Absolutely. I want to do multiplayer with it. I want to do whatever single player it has. And I want to do multiplayer. I want to get good at it. I want to do videos on it. I want to stream it. It's the 2023, folks. Here on the 23rd of December, may I say, 2023 will be the year of Broken Arrow. There you go. The year of RimWorld comes to a close. This will be the year of Broken Arrow next year. I'm really optimistic for it. I've been burned by a lot of games before. Darktide did a lot for me to make me feel hope again for gaming. I love Darktide. Let's see Broken Arrow. I've got really high hopes for it. I think it looks amazing. I think all the pieces are there. I think it's got the kind of UI and quality of life features that Wargame has always spurned and scorned and just made Wargame like an annoying game to play for me. Just like how I like parts of Men of War, but God, it's a fucking chore to actually play it. And I'm hoping this is the game. This is the game where I go and see, Wargame, you piece of trash, into the bin you go like you deserve. That's what you deserve. Here's a game that respects my time and makes me have a good time and be happy. Here we go. This is what I want. So, can't wait. Super excited. Can't wait. Consuming every single drib and drab of information and video they put out. If you do want to do the same. They've got a Patreon. Steel Balalaika Studios or something. Just Broken Arrow Patreon will get you there. Follow Broken Arrow on Steam. All that stuff, you know, go follow it because it's really fucking awesome. Yeah, I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I want to consume it. Yeah, I want to consume this content. I was hooked as soon as I heard about the helicopters in this game, because as soon as they did the dev blog where they're like, oh, you can actually do an episode of the Earth flight, I was like, let's go. Because again, Wargame, you like go low altitude and you just have to sit there. You can't move in low altitude, and it's kind of shitty anyway. But with this game, you can tell your aircraft and your fucking, not just your helicopters, you tell your fucking jets to go at low altitude, and they'll fly below radars. You can tell your helicopters to fly in the nap of the Earth, and use terrain and trees and stay below radars to avoid getting the ship blown out of you and use tree lines. And it fucking works, and it's awesome for attack helicopters and transports. I love that shit. I believe there may even be, like, fast roping coming, paratrooping coming, you know, like, all of that shit. I'm excited. I am excited. So, that's it. I'm going to wrap the stream up now, because there's not much more to say. I'm just repeating myself. Cannot wait for more Broken Arrow. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be a banger strategy game. It's got me wanting to play World in Conflict again. I can't wait. I'm so excited, I can't wait. JWeb, thank you for the 42-month sub, JWeb. QJW5, 34-month sub. Cassius, Squandra Man, 19-month sub. Bellicad, a very generous Tier 2 sub for 64 months in a row. Thank you for the Tier 2 sub for 64 months in a row, Bellicad. Super nice of you. Thank you for the generous Tier 2 Nintendo 64-month sub. Moose Dirt Star 6-month sub. The Mag gifted 10 subs. Thanks for your 10 gift subs, K9 Ration, The Mag. I appreciate that a lot. I know you're going to bed now, but thank you for that, The Mag. I really appreciate it again. Easy Pickens, 31-month sub. Veggie Historian, 21-month sub. Yuka rated the party at 4. Thank you, Yuka. Angry Rain Gretzky subscribed. Welcome to subscribing, Angry Rain Gretzky. Fugjuk, 80-month sub. Thank you, Fugjuk, our great XCOM sniper, for your 80-month sub. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Nieman with the very generous tier 2 sub for 28 months as well. FB touchdown, 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 touchdown. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Stredical says fan art. Now, why is Stredical saying fan art? Haven't we already done it? No, we haven't. There is 2 pieces of fan art. I'll show these tomorrow. They're Darktide fan art, and I'll show them tomorrow. Okay, speaking of which, I'll be back tomorrow for more Darktide. Let's raid someone now. Hope you had a fun day today, guys. I'll be back tomorrow for more Darktide. A game I also love and adore and having a great time with. I gotta make Darktide videos because I'm sick of going onto YouTube and seeing, like, it's like the bandwagon thing now, like, all the videos going like, we were lied to, Darktide. Oh, can we stop pretending Darktide is good? Oh, it's so disappointing in Darktide. Darktide's so frustrating. Like, okay, yeah, the game has legitimate, like, problems, yeah, and complaints. I don't mean to defense force them, but Jesus Christ, it's like, I just get the sense like it's become, like, the new YouTube algorithm clickbait, if you're interested in Darktide, is to jump on the hate wagon of the subreddit, apparently, which is a fucking trash fire. Oh, Darktide! Ugh, it's so bad. Like, shut the fuck up, you little fucking clout demon, as Hasanabi said, and I love that phrase. You little fucking clout demon, shut the fuck up. Shut up. It's not that bad, Jesus. It's an amazing game under all that other shit, too. You can dislike the legitimately dumb shit they did at the launch without saying like, oh, the whole game is bad, disappointing. Like, shut the fuck up, idiot, moron. I bet you fucking die to a single poxwalker. Yeah, get good. How about that? How about that? Get good. How about that? I bet you spawned in the Darktide. I bet you died to the first poxwalker in the tutorial. The first guy, the first fucking guy, the first groaner. I bet he killed you. I bet you couldn't even kill him with your shovel, and you fell over and died. You're just like Shit Rich from Red Letter Media. You just died. You fell over. And it was too late to refund because it had taken you 2 hours to make your character. I hate you. I hate you. I despise you. You're my enemy. Anyway, I should make YouTube content. Because I love Darktide. I gotta pump it up more. So, let's raid someone. Who are we raiding? Over Easy Eggs is playing GTFO. That's a cool game. We could raid that. Arvius is playing Age of Empires. And RTS. That's a segue. Mommy is playing Earth Defense Force. Nika's playing Pokemon. She always playing Pokemon. Dim. Who do I want to raid? Let's do Arvius playing Age of Empires, because we just did a strategy game. Tell Arvius about Broken Arrow, the hot new strategy game coming out that's gonna suck your socks off. Bye, YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Everyone say bye to YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Darktide. Have a wonderful one, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a great one. And see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye. Oh, go watch my new YouTube video, by the way. You little shits. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good one.